Hey, how's it going, everyone? I just got something really exciting. I finally got a hold of one of the Strixhaven Codex bundles that came out not that long ago. Um, this is something I've been trying to find, and I finally found one for myself at around 120, which is above MSRP, but overall not a bad price for what you get in here. So let's get to pack cracking and see what's in here. So just a quick close-up if anyone wants to see. Comes with this really cool holographic kind of eye thing that moves around. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but it's kind of neat. It's got like this book look to it, which is the Codex bundle, right? It should got a list of what we should have back here, which is 2 of 6 promo cards. I think the one that's really popular is the Soul Ring. 6 14 card Strixhaven packs, which is the regular packs, and 2 collector boosters and a spin down die. So let's get into this and see what we get. All right, so now that we got a nice look here without the plastic of the book, very nice glossy finish. We open up and we have this beautiful blue book. And, oh, there it is. Looks like you open it from this side. Has nice little insert here. And there we are. There is the beautiful layout. So you got your collector boosters on this side. The dice, or die, singular. This is not that bad compared to the one that we just pulled out of the Lorwyn bundled. I think this one is actually not as nice. I think the finish is not as well done, but still pretty cool die. Spin down if you have a nice little collection of that. And it looks like our promo is Talisman of Conviction, which is the Boros one. So let's open this up. There we go. And so we get 2 in here, and I think the one that we're looking for is the Soul Ring. So let's just Conviction and Curiosity. wasn't the Soul Ring, but we got some cool stuff regardless. These would be great for any commander deck if you want some cool talismans. Here we go. I do like the one here for Simic. I believe that is called if I'm not mistaken, it's a sextant, like a compass. But really cool art. So I'm thinking that we start off with the smaller packs and make our way to the collector boosters to see what we get. All right, here we go. And again, beautiful box. It looks like it's kind of reusable. If you want to use it for something, you can. Otherwise, it could just be a neat decoration that you put with, I don't know, some other stuff you have. Maybe you can make it into, I don't know, a commander box or something. But there it is, very cool. All right. Now we have these nice, we got 2 of each. So let's start off on the left here. Delian fell. Maybe it's a sign. So let's go through them. I don't know if you play Strixhaven, but they had some really cool stuff here. I know everyone was chasing those prepared Emeritai. I'm not too sure what they are, but I know people were chasing those. And here's a really cool one, Unfinished Genius. I saw this kind of wild idea sorcery play out in this combo deck. I'm sure you could find it online somewhere. It's really cool. And our rare is Pensive Professor. Increment, which is kind of like, it kind of reminds me of Evolve when they had the Evolve mechanic around. Whenever you cast a spell, if it's more than the power or toughness, you put a +1 on this creature. So it's very similar to Evolve, other than that it cares about cast spells instead of just the what the power and toughness is when it enters. We got a Shared Roots. And wow, a second Shared Roots foil. What are the chances of that, huh? I feel like this is the second video in a row where we get 2 back-to-back like that. Let's stick with Mr. Delian Fell. All right. Yep, prepared spells here. If you haven't played with any of the prepared spells, it's very interesting. Essence Scatter, classic. Need that for standard if you're playing, especially for those pesky badger moles. Glorious Decay. I was thinking about adding this into some standard decks. It kind of reminds me of the Paw Patch. Very similar. Elemental Mascot. Tablet of Discovery. We talked about this in the last video. This is what a lot of those Jeskai Revelations are running now to kind of build that mana fast and get to it. Pretty cool card. Fix What's Broken. That's our rare. I mean, I guess this could be cool combo deck potential, but I'm not too sure. I haven't seen much of it or anything with it, but let's see. Oh, nice little Boombro card. Repel Calamity. Nothing crazy here. All right, I'm not too sure who this character is on the front here, but it looks like they're a Quandrix mage. So let's see what we get. Expressive Fire Dancer. Wander Off. Grapple with Death. Pursue the Past. Oh, another Fix What's Broken. Man, I've been running into a lot of doubles lately. Followed by Deduce. I believe that's from Karlov. So they're reprinting stuff that wasn't, you know, not that old. But hey, 2 Fix What's Broken. Maybe I'll have to make a deck around it. Try it out. Nothing crazy here. We'll continue with the Quandrix character in the front. So far, Strixhaven has been pretty cool. Enjoyed playing it. I won my pre-release for this, so that was pretty fun with a Golgari, but I guess Witherbloom would be the right term here with a Witherbloom deck. So that was pretty fun. Noxious Nuke, cute little guy. Death Toucher. And a Mana Rock. Can't beat that. More prepared spells. I love the idea of prepared spells, even though it's basically what they did in Wilds of Eldraine with the Adventures. Or I guess Throne of Eldraine before that. I felt like this time around Silver Quill was really underpowered compared to the rest of them. Let's see what we get here for a rare. Flashback. Flashback is pretty cool because it's just taking a mechanic and making it into a card, which, you know, in and of itself is interesting, but very cool. Pick Your Poison. You know what? I like this art of it. I have one already, so any more to add? It's a great sideboard card for people that maybe run a lot of protection or are running, you know, just tons of artifacts or enchantments. A flying deck like the dragons from Tarkir are really popular still. Foil Quick Study, that's nice. Plains in the Inkling. Yeah, very cool stuff so far. And here we are with the Prismari character up in front. Let's see what we get here. More Noxious Newt. Death Toucher and a Mana Rock, overpowered. They're taking this too far. Mascot. Daydream, I saw a few people playing this in standard with kind of blinking out the warped creatures to get them back at their full value. Really interesting. I think it has potential. A lot of people are doing the same thing back in Brothers War with kind of blinking out the prototype creatures. So it's the same idea. So you can never have too many of those as well. Fractal Anomaly. Sky Coach. Wild Growth Archaic. I thought this one was really cool. So this one is kind of tricky because you have to run it in basically a Wooburg deck, 5 colors, because it enters with a +1 counter for each color. And what's interesting is that it makes the creatures enter with that additional +1 counters. So if you're running it in mono green, you're only going to get a +1 counter, which is, not the best for 2 mana. You can just, run that talent that gives counters. You don't have to get a creature, but hey, maybe someone can make it work in a Wooburg. Maybe it's better in a Commander. Who knows? I feel like when I say that with half the set now. Return to Favor, one of my favorite cards. I love red cards that redirect spells. I will always sideboard them. I'll always keep them. They're fantastic. And this artwork of Return to Favor, pretty sweet. Oh, we got a foil Mind into Matter. And it's a rare, so that's our first foil rare. So draw X cards, put a permanent card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. And in Simic, where they ramp faster than anything, it's not a bad deal. All right, the last of our Prismari character here. I don't think I'm looking for anything myself, but man, so many good cards in the set. Actually, you know what I would like? I would like that Witherbloom. The Witherbloom with the affinity for creatures. That one would be awesome. I kind of want that for my Squirrels deck. More Increment, Visionary, Render Speechless. Haha, Flow State. These I think are shooting up now because it's just so strong. For, every set has to have a few uncommons that are just basically unspoken rares. End of the Hunt. Tragedy Feaster is our rare. I think this isn't a bad card. Gain life and then sacrifice a permanent unless you gain life. And it's a demon, so it synchronizes with the Unholy Annex really well. So, really good card. Pick Your Poison, another one. That's awesome. Okay, great. So I almost have a set of the Pick Your Poisons. So let's put these to the side here. Got my nice little pile if you guys like that. The way I just kind of toss them all in. Now it's time to go to the big bucks. We have 2 collector boosters here. Obviously there's some serialized cards. I'm trying to remember. I believe it's just maybe the Emeritus of Woe, the blue one. Might have that wrong, but I believe the blue one is serialized. All right, let's check it out. I mean, never really pulled too crazy from collector boosters, but the alternate arts are always beautiful. You can never be too mad at them. It is nice that every card is foil, though. I got Bird Brain. I love the foil cards. I want all my cards to be foil. Royal Treatment, classic green. Disdainful Stroke, also a great sideboard card, especially if you're running against a blue player who just loves evoking out that blue-black elemental. Oh gosh, I cannot stand it. Just tear apart your hand. Full Art Planes. Now we're getting into the meat and bones here. Molten Core Maestro. Okay. Got a nice commander card here. Nothing too crazy I can see. If we run Boros. This guy. Great in pre-release. I don't know how, I haven't seen him in standard really. But I imagine he probably synergizes really well with Sephiroth and kind of like just making and sacking creatures. So there's potential there for sure. Triumph of the Hordes. It's crazy that this was an uncommon back when I started, and I had like 20 of them, and then all will be one shot around, and next thing you know, it was like a $20 card. And a foil land. Full art land. Can't be mad at that. I love me some full art lands. So, not a bad pool. Not the best collector booster. But we got a second one here. Maybe this can make up for the hits. I think that first collector booster was kind of a letdown. I didn't really get anything too crazy. Yeah, let's see if we can make it up here. The mascots, another mascot. The bear guy with rampant regrowth built in. Foolish Fates. Ooh, very cool. I don't think I saw that uncommon. Oh, I don't know what this is, but this is cool looking. It's a bug. Some sort of bug. I don't know. I'll have to translate this later. A third shared roots. All right, we got a shared roots set here. All right. Full art land. Let's see what the rares are. Steal the Show. This one's okay. You could discard any number of cards and draw that many, and or deal damage equal to the amount of instant and sorcery cards to target creature. For a rare, it just feels like it does what that Avatar combustion technique does, and yeah, I just feel like combustion technique just does it better. You know, and it's, I believe, 1 mana or maybe 2. Yeah, not a very good rare in my opinion. Got the commander card. Creatures you control have with counters have trample. Yeah, so it's just like that enchantment, Garruk's Uprising, just on a body. Silver Quill, extended art or full art, whatever you want to call it here. Not bad. I like the casualty from back when we were doing that in, was it New Capenna? Fantastic. Maybe I'll try to build something with Silver Quill. Fracture. Oh, great removal. Just not legal in standard, I believe, so can't really play it. And Scheming Silvertongue. I actually was running this in the pre-release so that I won. The Sign in Blood just came in clutch so much when you were drawing dead and you just needed to gain that life to re-up and get Sign in Blood one more time. So, not a bad card. Extended art, so pretty cool. Boar, and that is it. So, to recap, we got Conviction and Curiosity Talismans. Not bad. Very beautiful arts. I am not mad at that at all. So yeah, if you believe this is worth it for $120, I would say for 120 bucks, it's not bad. It's not bad compared to the bundle. You get 2 collector boosters, which already at this point, like, they go for about $40. So that's 2/3 of what it cost already in those boosters. So maybe, get it, hold on to it, keep it sealed, whatever you like. But, I didn't open much of Strixhaven aside from the pre-release. So this was actually not a bad deal at all for me. And plus, I actually think it might be worth it just because they have pretty usable reprints here, like Royal Treatment, Pick Your Poison. These cards might, in my opinion, are definitely worth it. And you can pull the Silver Scroll version of them. So, might just worth be opening, especially if you plan on building decks that, may need those cards. I mean, Triumph of the Hordes is not at all a bad pull. Fracture is pretty great. But yeah, take with it what you... I wish I could have told you guys what this was. It just looks sick. I don't know what it is. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you would buy this and open it, or maybe keep it sealed. Maybe it just goes up in price like all the other limited edition bundles do. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Catch you next time.